was a working girl north of England way. Now she's hit the big time in the USA. And if she could only hear me, this is what I'd say. Honey pie, you are making me crazy. I'm in love but I'm lazy, so won't you please come home? Oh honey pie, my position is tragic. Come and show me the magic of your Hollywood song. You became a legend on the silver screen, and now the thought of meeting you makes me weak in the knee. Oh honey pie, you are driving me frantic. Sail across the Atlantic to be where you belong. Honey pie, come back to me. I like it like that. I like this kind of hot kind of music. Hot kind of music. Play it to me, Hollywood blues. Will the wind that blew her boat across the sea kindly send her sailing back to me? Ah, honey pie, you're making me crazy. I'm in love but I'm lazy, so won't you please come home? Honey pie, come back to me. Welcome to Take 10 with Uncle Dinty, the special Merseyside USA edition. Merseyside? Oh, that's Liverpool, basically. The Mersey River runs on the west side of England where Liverpool is. And as McCartney wrote in Honey Pie, she was a working girl north of England way, and now she's hit the big time in the USA. So this is a transatlantic effort today, and that's just one of our 3 songs that we're doing. Now, our next one actually came in the other direction. It's a song called Sorrow, and the first people who did it, written by Americans, first people who did it were the McCoys. Now, I was only 2 years old at the time, so I don't know, what kind of hit that might have been, or if not at all, but when it came across the Atlantic to Liverpool, to Merseyside, a cleverly named band called the Merseys did it. And they had a reasonable hit with it back then, whenever that was. That's why I'm getting out my orthodontist gear here. And our braces are in G, as is the song. With your long blonde hair and your eyes of blue, the only thing I ever got from you was sorrow. Sorrow. You acted funny trying to spend my money. You're out there playing your high-class game of sorrow. Sorrow. You never do what you know you ought to. Something tells me you're the devil's daughter. Sorrow. Sorrow. Ooh. had to find her 'cause I can't resist her. I never knew just how much I missed her. Sorrow, sorrow. With your long blonde hair, I couldn't sleep at night. With your long blonde hair. Oh, with your long blonde hair and your eyes of blue, the only thing I ever got from you was sorrow, sorrow. Oh. Sorrow. And you know who does a great cover of that is David Bowie, although that doesn't get a lot of play behind his other stuff. Oh, anyways, with our theme now, I've got to do a few things here. Now, next we're going to do You Never Walk Alone, which Liverpool Football Club's anthem, as well as a few other clubs, not only them. But that, again, is a case where Americans wrote a song. It went across the Atlantic, where it was recorded in Liverpool by Jerry and the Pacemakers, all Liverpool lads from the Merseyside, and that record came out in 1963, and it was not long after that that Liverpool Football Club adopted it as their anthem. But you see, I've been a bad supporter. I was riding high on their Premier League championship of last season, and they won their first two games this year, and I didn't do my duty and get fully dressed for the third match in Birmingham against Aston Villa, which they lost 7-2, right? Now, this is serious. You can giggle if you want, but you got to have all your football gear ready. Otherwise, you run the risk of making your team lose, and that's what I did. That's why I'm doing this special episode. Now, just to clear up some confusion for our American friends, this is a football. This here is not. It can't be. It's not round, and it has pointy ends. Balls are round, but this is a projectile. And also, in the game in which they use this, it is handled with people's hands 90% of the time, whether it's being carried or thrown or dropped, which probably happens too often. It is a messy game. And meanwhile, this one, the football, is kicked 90% of the time in its beautiful game with people's feet. Hence the name, football. So let there be no more confusion. Now, we're going to take this projectile and toss it over there to our friends in the National Gridiron League. Hope you don't get a concussion this Sunday. Meanwhile, this beautiful football we will place exactly where it belongs, at our feet, because that's what we do with it. Now, this thing about dressing up for game time, this is serious. I mean, even our underwear count. I'm showing you, there's my t-shirt. It's my beloved Patrick Berger shirt from the 80s. And one thing I didn't do was I didn't have last week my red Chuck Taylors on. These are my match day shoes. You have to wear all your shit. Otherwise, anyways, that leads us to our calligraphy project of the day, which this I made about a year and a half ago. You see, 1st of June, 2019, beloved Liverpool had won the Champions League, which made them champions of Europe. And I made this with the lyrics to You'll Never Walk Alone in commemoration of that kind of thing. Now, don't forget, this song, I never sing it very well at all. because I'm usually singing along with 53,000 people on television or in a pub. There's a great Liverpool pub in Collinsville, in case you're interested. It's called the Grindstone, and that's where we watched the 2019 Champions League final. And all those people were pasted and singing. And it was a bar that probably fits about 50 people, and there were a little over 100. So, and they were pasted. So they were harmonizing, just in different planets. But there is nothing like singing this song with a big crowd of people. It makes you misty as it presses all the emo buttons, even before the game even starts. In C. Now, if you can read this on your screen, you can sing along. When you walk through the storm, hold your head up high. Don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver ring of a light. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. For better or worse, that's how it goes. I am only one, not 53,000. And like I said, I never sang it right, but it always comes out right, especially when there's help. Anyways, I'm Uncle Dinty, and I am your friend. So you know you'll never walk alone. And thanks so much for listening.